Hi guys, and welcome to another unboxing, and this is a big one. This is my final purchase of 2022, and as you might have seen from the intro, it's a Rolex. Now I got a package from the AD, a bag of goodies. Mamić is the authorized dealer for my country, and I would like to thank them for making me realize my dream watch. Now let's first see what we got inside this box. First, we got a box of chocolates, which they said is for my wife, so we're gonna put that away and let her do the unboxing of that. Then we got a Rolex umbrella that apparently shows the Rolex crowns once it gets wet. When it's dry, it's just plain green. Very nice. We got a Rolex pouch for storing your watch when it's not in the box. And last but not least, the watch itself. So here is the outer box. Let me just adjust the camera. Cardboard sleeve. Once we open that, let's slide it out. Put this away. You have the white cardboard box with the embossed Rolex logo. Let's open that one. Here you have the protective foam. And here is the green Rolex box, the standard one, with an applied Rolex logo right here. Let's open that one. And here is the watch itself. Before we get into the watch, there is a little compartment here where you have the warranty card and the instruction manual. There we go. So Oyster Perpetual, Submariner date. This is both for the Submariner no date and the date one. Let's close that one. Here's the hang tag, and let's take out the watch off its pillow. There we go. The extra links are right here because they sized the watch for me at the AD. The inside is very velvety to the touch, and I really do like it. Let's close the box, move that away, and focus on the watch itself. Let me just take this protection for the bezel off and zoom in. And here it is. The latest Submariner date, reference 126610LN. Yes, this is also one of my GRAIL watches, and I'm very happy I actually got one. I always liked the Submariner, even though if you follow my channel and if you check out my state of the collection videos, you will see that I usually don't go for hyped up watches. I buy what I like, and there's a lot of weird watches in my collection. But Submariner, despite being a bit of a boring and obvious choice, is something I always liked. I always liked the proportions and the look of the vintage ones, but I couldn't justify the construction that those are made for the prices they asked for them. Then the modern one, the ceramic 116610, when it came out, it's a lovely watch, and construction wise it's pretty much perfect when it comes to a diver watch, but I never liked those chunky wide lugs, the thinner bracelet, because it kind of looked blocky and squarish, and that's something I didn't like. I always preferred the vintage one when it comes to look. Another thing I disliked on that one was the short minute hand that was not reaching to the minute hashes. That's a pet peeve of mine that, again, if you follow my channel, you know I dislike watches with that. So when they launched this, the 126610, at first I was disappointed because it was announced as a 41mm Submariner, and I always thought that 40mm is perfect for my 6.7 inch wrist. That disappointment kind of toned down once I started looking at the reviews, reading about the watch, and realized that the size difference is not that much. It was like 0.3 of a millimeter. Then what sealed the deal was Hafiz's video, and I'll leave the link to his channel in the description. He makes some of the best photography online, and he did a shot of the old and new one side by side, but the shot that really sealed the deal was from the backside, because on the backside you can see that this thing, the new one, and I'll put that clip right here because he allowed me to do it. He decided to lend it to me, and I would like to use this opportunity to thank him for that. And that shot really revealed that this new version actually will probably appear smaller on wrist. And when I visited my AD to try one on, that really was the case. Then we come to the differences. So with this reference, the 126610, they pretty much fixed everything I disliked about 116, including some things that I didn't know at first. So the slimmer lugs, the better proportions of the watch, the longer minute hand, then the stem of the hour hand, the part of the hands that connects the Mercedes lollipop head with the base of the hands used to be thinner, so in the dark you would see the thick loom of the minute hand and a thin loom of the hour hand. Now they're the same width, making it pretty much perfect. They changed the movement. Now it has 70 hours of power reserve, but that is not really something that interested me that much. I mean, I was okay with the 3135. The 3235 is an advancement, and now it's a superlative chronometer, officially certified to -2 to +2 seconds a day. And I usually don't care about the accuracy of a mechanical watch. I really don't mind correcting the time, but on this I will be checking it out because it's a bold claim and I can't wait to see how it behaves in everyday wear. Anyways, that's it when it comes to these differences between the 126 and 116 and why I went out and got this one. When it comes to the purchasing itself, I never had previous purchase experience or purchase history with that AD. I never purchased anything from them, jewelry or watches. I never serviced a watch there. I simply showed my interest, wrote them an email. They answered me that I should visit a boutique, which is understandable. Although it's like 200, almost 200 miles from where I live. I went there, showed my interest, showed my love in watches. I believe they recognized that. Within 2 weeks, they informed me that I will be put on the waiting list, or should I say an interest list. It's not a waiting list. But they were pretty adamant to show me or to tell me that that doesn't mean I will be getting one. It's just that they will be considering me about one. That was in 2021. Then I was visiting my capital on business, like at the end of 2021, and I asked them about it because I was on my way there. And they said they should expect to watch from me during 2022. That's when I kind of got a confirmation that I will be getting one eventually. And then in about April, I emailed them again asking about my watch, and they told me that I should expect it at fall of 2022, which is exactly what happened. They called me, I went there and got my dream watch. So all in all, it took about 1 year and I believe 5 months from the moment I showed interest to actually receiving this watch. So yes, it's still possible to get a Submariner even without any purchase history, at least when it comes to my country. And like I said, I would like to thank Mamić for making this possible. Anyways, when it comes to this, like I said, this is the unboxing and first impressions, so we're going to be putting it on my wrist and then do a loom shot, and that's going to be it for today. But let me just try to bezel it, and I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up. This is one of the smoothest bezel actions I have ever seen. I was quiet to not disturb the camera microphone. I hope it picked it up, but it is amazing to grip. It is amazing to operate. The same is about the crown. And I really do love the proportions of this watch. I believe this is also slightly thinner than the 116. So, and it also has, it's one of the first, I mean, it is the first Submariner to have an actual AR coating, but on the inside only, just the way I like it. Anyways, that's it. So let's put this on my wrist and see how it goes. And I'm currently wearing my other Grail that I got a couple of weeks ago, the PRT40, and believe it or not, it decided to die on me today. Like it was jealous for me getting this one. And, you know, waiting 1.5 years, to someone it might feel like too much, but I waited 25 years to get this. And usually when I get my vintage watches, it takes me about between a year to 3 years to hunt one in the condition where I'm satisfied for the price that I'm satisfied. So a 1.5 years really was not that long. Anyways, let's put this on my wrist. It has been sized. And I have to admit, even though it's officially 41, it does wear like a 40mm diver. And for my 6.7-inch wrist, it pretty much fits perfectly, and I really do like the proportions and the shape. It has much more of a vintage Submariner shape rather than the blocky one of the 116. It really does feel kind of flatter and thinner than the 116, especially when you look at it at an angle, so I do like the overall feel and the overall look. Anyways, let's try to do the lume shot, and that's gonna be it. Also, one of the key points of this watch is the glide lock clasp, and like if you follow my channel, you know once I got my Zelos Hammerhead that has a very similar system. Once you get used to this on the fly adjustment of the clasp, it's very hard to go back to regular watches, especially since my wrist personally really does swell over the day and really shrinks over the night. So having an on-the-fly adjustment is a must. Otherwise, I have to set a watch to be pretty loose on my wrist to accommodate once my wrist expands. But with this, I can always have a perfect fit. Anyways, let's charge the lume and see how it glows. Okay, here we go. Let me just zoom in the camera, let it focus. In fact, let's move the minute and hour hand so that you can see the thicker. Let me just charge the hour hand again. There we go. Now let the camera focus. Come on. That's it, and turn off the light. And there you go. Now you can see how the hour hand has the same thickness as the minute hand. On the 116 it was much thinner. And the lume is classical Rolex blue lume. It's not as bright initially as something from Seiko, the green one, but apparently it will last all night long. And we'll be able to test that now once I have it in person, but I do like the way it glows. It's very easily readable, and it has what I like, a lumed pip at 12 o'clock and nothing else. If you follow my channel again, you know I dislike when the lume is applied to all the numerals on the bezel. I prefer them this way. Anyways, that's it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. As you might have guessed, I really do like this watch. So do stay tuned for the full review after I do some macro shots and wear it for a couple of weeks. Then I'll report back on the lume itself, on the accuracy, and everything else. That's it. So thank you for watching. Again, a special thank you to Mamić for making me realize my dream, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.